Hey everyone, how you doing? We're live. I'm a bit late today just because I was finishing off a few more videos this morning. And I've just had a bit of an uneasy feeling right now that I need to very quickly check because I've got a feeling that one of the videos I've recorded, I might have had my microphone on mute. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing worse than when you record a video and your microphone is on mute. So I've just got to very quickly just double check because if it's on mute, I'm going to be very, very unhappy. So I've just got to check I did not do it on mute. No, it's not. It's not on mute. Phew. So this video, hey Mark, you okay? So I did a video this morning. Hey Dave, did a video this morning and, well, not about half an hour ago. And I thought, oh no, microphone on mute. But it wasn't, so we're okay. So I did a video on all-in-one security in WordPress, all-in-one WP security and firewall plugin, which is a good plugin to use. However, the two-factor authentication on that plugin doesn't always work very well, which is a pain. But I've done a bit of a walkthrough video on that I've been meaning to get out for about 4 months. Just never got around to it. Nice one, Irishman. Thanks for letting me know the sound is good. There's nothing worse than when you're on mute and you're talking. And when you're working on a website and you got to re-record the video because your face is on show, so you can't just like add the sound on afterwards. You got to do everything from scratch again. Cheers, Dave. Hey, Darren. So the reason that video came about, Dave, was because last year, about this time last year, September, in fact it was September, we got approached by an agency. And I've been approached by several since then. And they're like, oh, we want to work with you and blah, 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 blah. And we like what you do and all of that, all of that shit. And then they're like, yeah, we'll pay you £200 per website. And I was like, £200 per website? What kind of website is it? Is it a one-pager? What are we doing here? And they were like, oh no, it could be a 5-page, 10-page website. It could be a WooCommerce. It could be bookings. It could be anything. But it's £200 per website. And I was like, okay, so what if it takes 10 days? They were like, yeah, it's still £200. And you kind of go, that doesn't work. And they're UK based. And they were on the Elementor Facebook group. And I basically blocked them. So I don't know if they're still communicating on it. I just blocked them. I don't want to have anything to do with them. And what they told me was that they had a student from Birmingham in the UK who was happy to do about 4 or 5 websites per month, £200 per website. Now, as a student, if they're making £1,000 per website, I get it. But it's a very easy way to lure people in, if they are struggling to get business or whatever, and you're going, hey, yeah, we'll give you money. And what I didn't like was that some of them almost gave across this approach like there was no loyalty. They could drop you at a hat just like that. They would pick people up to get their work done and pay them at the end. There's no upfront deposit, and I really did not like that. And that's what brought about that video about web design tactics. And the fact that a lot of them are UK based and they know what they're doing, it rubbed me up the wrong way. Outsourcing work to other countries or other places, there's nothing wrong with that. But what does become important is integrity and how you treat your workers. Hey, Critical Worth, I see you've changed your logo and your avatar name as well. I'm okay. Good to see you too, Indapri, Erling, Marco from Amsterdam. And the thing is, Dave, is like what you've said, when people say, oh, I want a website, I just want a makeover, I just want a few changes here and there. When you get to the bottom of exactly what they want, it's a lot more than that. And that is why the Atarim solution that I did a video on last week and I did in the live chat yesterday, I think that can be pretty powerful and useful when, say, you've got the client's website, right, and the client is then adding comments on to say what they want, because you can then say to them, right, so you've now said to me you want 30 things changed. 30 things changed is more than a few changes. A few changes is 2 things, right? 2 or 3, a couple of things, a few things, a couple of 2s. Hey Mia, hey Eddie. So the Atarim solution, as a way of getting them to clarify what they mean by a few changes, is a pretty good way to do it. Do you know what I mean? Because, if I have a client now and goes, oh, I want to change X, Y, Z, I would say, hold on a minute, just hold on a moment. I would then put their URL into Atarim, get the collaboration email link, email them the link and say, right, go to this link, register an account, and put your changes on, so I can track them and I know exactly what you're talking about and all of that stuff. You've emailed me, Ayushman. Right, let's just see what you've sent. Ayushman has emailed me. Hey, George, hope you're okay, mate. Right, let's just see what this email is. I've got your email, by the way. Your video didn't come through, Ayushman, but I'm just looking at the page link you sent. So what is it you're trying to achieve? Can you just clarify? Because what you've said is there is a section, but you want to know how to do it. Can you tell me which section you're talking about, Ayushman? Yeah, you see, with me, I normally go with a couple is 2, a few is 3, several is 4 or above. Several isn't 7, obviously, but several is like 4 or more. But I tend to count few as in 3 items. Couple, 2, few, 3, several. I then go, right, it's more than 3, so it's 4 and above. Hey Rajat, how you doing? Hey Andrew, hope you're okay. How is the acting going along? Page speed is rubbish, not a good sign when you have to reverse engineer and sort things out. Hey Dave Den, how you doing? Deepanshu, Eddie. Yep, Eddie, drop me an email. Yep, like what George said, that's the best way to do it. So Ayushman, there's a section called What's Happening at EVCom, whatever that word is. Yeah, I can see that. So basically it's a toggle button. So I need to do a video on that. Actually, I need to do a video on that. I just haven't got around to do it. What it is in fact, it's not even a toggle button. It's not even a toggle button. What you could do, let me just share the screen, okay, just so you can see what we're talking about here. So Ayushman has shared this. Let me show you, okay. Right. So Ayushman has... Hang on, where's your... Ayushman, are you still here? Have you disappeared? Oh no, you are there. Ayushman Jenna, right. So what he's got here is, this could be technically like a tab. Because it's not a toggle button. Look, it's tab 1, tab 2 almost, right? And in tab 1, you could have like a template that contains all of this stuff. So in tab 1, you have another tab. So tab A, B, C, D. So tab 1, tab A, B, C, D. And then you got tab 2, which just has that. Feels a bit weird because you've got to click it to get it to work. It feels a bit weird. So I feel like they haven't built that very well. But tabs, you could do it with tabs. I need to write up a video on JavaScript toggle button. But maybe you could use tabs or something like that. Oh, no, Mark, contractual. I'll let you look it up. Hey, Emmanuel, how are you? You know what? When I first started doing lives, I had to really psych myself up. Oh, I've got to go live. Oh, man, I've got to go live again. Oh, will I do it? Will I not do it? Do I cancel it? Do I get on with some other work? And what you got to try and do is find that balance and then just do it. So yesterday's live chat, I got 8 videos done. 8. I have edited all of them and I'm midway through the last one. And this morning I've recorded 3 videos. So Monday, Tuesday, I have now recorded 11 videos. That's a lot of content done and done. So I can schedule them and stuff like that. Yeah, Andrew, I would put Atarim in. And I'm going to tell you now that definitely if we're working with clients and they want to discuss changes on the website or anything like that, I'm now going to say, right, go here to this URL link and put your changes on. Go ahead and do that. And a lot of them won't like it. But in a way, it's almost getting people to, hey, Armour, are you okay? Hey, David Lab. Hey, Tahir, by the way. Sorry if I keep saying hello to everyone late. Hey, Jimmy, how are you? Kester Williams as well. When you get your client to send you images, how do you get the image? When you want content, how do you get the content? When you want the logo, when you want basically anything for the website, URL links, social media links, how do you get it? Do you get it sent to you on WhatsApp? On a phone? Do you get it sent via notebook, Word, email? How do you do it? Images, video, WeTransfer.com? How do you get it? So if you can get them to send you stuff the way you want, when it comes to collaborating on the changes or sign off for the website, why can't they do it the way you want as well? Because we often do bend over too much. Client goes, oh yeah, by text message, and we go with it. And then there's miscommunication or clarity, or the client said change this image. You changed the image, but they meant this image, not that image. But with Atarim, they can clarify that image. They might say to you, make the wording bigger. The header, the paragraph, the subheader, the button, the contact form, the menu item, the footer. Which word? Do you make all of them bigger? What are they talking about? Maybe they want the text to be bigger to match the heading, right? But if they click it and they leave a comment with a bit more clarity, when you do it, you do it right, and you do it the first time. And I think it's a much better way. And the more I investigate, the more I play with Atarim, the more I'm like, this has got to be the number one tool you all use in collaborating with your clients. Because I'm telling you now, okay, you can put your contract on it and they'll see it in their email list or whatever. Any changes, any amendments, any maintenance plan, all of this stuff. You know, and like George just said there, right? Client wants loads of changes, whatever. They have to, they go in and they put the changes in now, what they need. And, but yeah. Hey, Unlock Lord. Yeah, it's a bit funny, really, because, you know, when I got this, I like the Velcro straps, by the way. I prefer Velcro because you can tighten it, loosen it to your heart's content, right? When I ordered this off Amazon, it was red. It's more like a salmony pink colour. Can you see it? It's more like a salmon pink colour rather than red. But hey, it works. It works. You know, I'm fine with it. Yeah, no, Eddie, yeah, I mean, learn bricks. That's always good to do. Andrew, for him, a few is 3 or 4. Yeah, like Mark says, we were doing them at 8 p.m. To be honest, though, they were quite early on, though, in the Web Squadron YouTube channel. So if we did one, I know now if we did one at 8 p.m, we're probably going to have a lot more people from Australia and America joining in. But midday works better for me and how I like to do work and all that. Glad you like the hair, Aishman. And I hope that helped a little bit, Aishman, with what I said about tabs. You know, I hope that helped with clarify kind of what you could do. Interpret, yes. I mean, I'm interested to see what Apple do, but do you know what I really want? Do you know what I really want? What I really hate is how you have to scroll up on your phone, right? And you have to kind of, do that to shut down every bloody app, right? Like that. Boom, 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 right? What we need on the iPhone is literally just one button, something somewhere. When I click it, every app is shut down. Why can't Apple do that? What is it with Apple since the very day they created the iPhone? You know, because you do know that if you've got 20 apps open, but you're not looking at them, they're still open in the background. That is sucking on your battery power. You do know that, right? It is sucking up your battery power. Hey, HS Design. Hey, John Ferrers. Hey, Afsol. I have not used a Brizzy page builder. Not used it, Afsol. In fact, what's your feeling with the Brizzy page builder? Do you use Breakdance, Bricks, Elementor, Gutenberg, anything else? Yeah, exactly like Android. I just don't get. Like, we're going to have tomorrow the Apple event. I don't give two shits about the Apple iWatch 8 or the iPhone 14 or the MacBook 2025. I don't care. Give me a button so when I go to control panel, right? Just give me a flipping button that says shut down app like that. There is space on here for another button right there. Or maybe down here. Or maybe down here. Just give me a button that shuts down all the apps. Who's with me on this? Who's with me on this? Nobody? Everybody? Anybody? Who's with me on that? I know, Eddie. It just drives me crazy. Same with the iPad. Raheem will have about 50 things open. Every game he's ever played will be on there. And I keep reminding him, shut them down, shut them down. He watches a lot of YouTube. If you don't shut it down, it is eating into your battery power. Some people say, oh, it's not. It is. I'm telling you now, it is. Anyway, sorry about that rant. Couldn't help but let it out. Couldn't help but just let it all out. Whoop. Oh, is that right? To be honest, I don't use Android phones, so I'm not sure. I'm not. Hey, sorry. Hey, how are you? Are you still doing any recent walking hikes or anything like that? Yeah, exactly, Emmanuel. Closing them down one after another, right? There's a company in Northampton that have released a brand new plugin. I'm not going to name it here, which allows you to modify the WordPress dashboard. Because someone asked that question. I think yesterday, and I'm going to be reviewing their plugin. They haven't asked me, by the way. I came across it and I saw it and I was a little bit, what shall I say? I was intrigued. I was like, nah, this looks good. This looks all right, don't it? Yeah. And it's free. There is a premium version. I've already contacted them and said, go and change your premium and free version. Because you're giving away something in the premium that people can get for free now. Why would I pay to get something I can get for free now? Move that over and you've made your free version much more enticing for people to use. But I'm not going to say too much about it until I've done a video review of it. And they did not ask me, by the way, and I'm not being paid for it. There's no affiliate link. Honest review about something that I think will help a lot of WordPress agencies out. Atarim is still what you really want to be using, though. Right, let me just check some of the comments coming in. I got what you mean, Jimmy. To be honest, though, Jimmy, I'm not really sure about Android phones because I've always had an iPhone. I got the very first iPhone when it first came out. I then got the iPhone 3G. I did not get the iPhone 3GS. I got the iPhone 4, the iPhone 5, the iPhone 6, the iPhone 7. I skipped the 8 and the 9. Well, there was no 9, was there? I skipped the 8. I got the iPhone... Sorry, let me get this right. I've lost my count now. iPhone 3, iPhone 4, 5, 6, 7. The iPhone XR. And I've stuck at the XR. I haven't gone to the 11 or the 12 or the 13. Mainly because I wasn't that blown away by the features. I wasn't that much blown away by the features. And I really feel like the trouble with the iPhone is, other than the camera quality and stuff like that, there's something about the features. It always feels like the same old thing half the time. The iOS, I got the latest iOS, so who cares? You know, my very first phone was my Nokia 3210 in 1999. Then obviously the whatever was the 3310 or whatever, and then Nokias and all of that. Sometimes Samsung, sometimes Motorola, blah blah. You know, you chop and change, right? And then the iPhone, just stuck with it. Hey Fat J, hope you're okay. Anything interesting you're learning though with SEO, Soren? Anything you want to share at all? Anything you want to share? Anything at all? I have to say though, have you seen the blooper video I did yesterday? It's only 20 seconds long, but I think of all the points when I got frustrated, I think that was the point when I was really like losing it. Because I was kind of just going, this is not going well, this is not going well. Motorola 1998. Yes, and my first phone, I was, let me get this right, I was 21 years old, 1999. Went into Carphone Warehouse, got my 3210, got a contract with Orange at the time, and I remember what was really funny was when I got my phone number, it was it was 07967 078170. Now the 078170, what was really funny about that was 078, the year I'm born, 1978, and the 17017 was like my date of birth, 17th. And I was like, oh, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. But that's just life, right? Oh yeah, I mean, there were lots of bloopers, but I chose that 20-second one because I thought it's quick and easy. You'll watch it and you'll move on to something else. I didn't want to bore people to death with every single one. I mean, the Atarim. How many times did I say that word wrong? Atarim. 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 So now I'm just going to say Atarim. Because I think a lot of you... In fact, if I said to you right now, I'm going to give you 3 options, okay? Listen carefully and tell me which option is more like what you would say. So, Atarim. I'll say it again. Atarim. 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 So, Atarim. 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 Which one would you say? Which one sounds more like how you would say Atarim? When you see the word Atarim, how would you pronounce it? Number 1, Atarim, 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 or Atarim. And I feel like number 3 because it just rolls off the tongue and is easy, isn't it? Atarim. You just say it like that. When you're talking and you say atarim, you're literally creating more syllables. Well, atarim, but atarim. That extra im at the end always catches me out. Always catches me out. Yeah, atarim. I can't. So today's lesson in English and language. Yeah, Ahrefs have a lot of good videos. Sometimes I feel like they've got too many videos, and I would prefer a condensed one. Oh yeah, absolutely, Erling. I mean, I think that, you know, some people would prefer atarim. But yeah, it depends. I think I preferred number 3 as well, atarim. What I will say, Eddie, is where you say if you're not ranked in the top 5, you could be ranked number 67. But if you, social media, not advertising, but, you know, social media, regular posts, driving traffic, you will get up there. So my brother-in-law's website, the Sounds one that I helped him out with back in, when was it? March? I think it was March. April, March. I did the rank math for them and their keywords, and they were on like page 13. Hey Dave Shuttleworth, how you doing? And with social media, they did get up there. And now, at the moment, they're ranking at number 6 in the whole of Google. Right? So they've gone from page 13 to page 1, and now they're ranked 6. No advertising, just regular social media. Just keep going, Eddie. Just like, Eddie, I would say try and get a blog post every 2 days if you can. Every day, even better. But every 2 days, just try and get that blog post, something out. Yeah? Try and find out what is currently the topic of the day. Can you do a blog post about it? You could even do a blog post of our video, right? So you could pick a topic. Inside your blog, you could put our video, embed our video in, and then underneath you put your commentary or what you think. Would you have done things differently, or is the video backing up what you say? I did a video today on web design tactics, web agency tactics, about how some agencies are scamming people, luring them in, and then dropping them, right? You could now do your own blog post, Eddie, about web agencies and tactics, getting work, making sure you get paid for the work you do. You could then put our video in. So you got a video there, and you've got your wording. So you can bulk things out like that. Just checking over here. Comments. Well, look, Soren, if you want to... Soren, get in touch, okay? If you want... if you want to go over the SEO of your website and all of that. What I would say, though, is, Soren, you know, first email me a link just so I can have a look at what you got. And then, you know, if you want to book an hour in and we can go over it. You know, let's just spend an hour. Let's see what you got and what you can do. It is all about social media, David, definitely, for sure. So skating choreographer Jimmy, trying to get in touch with wedding planners. Does anyone know anyone in... Jimmy, I know someone. Jimmy, I know someone. I know someone who's kicked off a directory. Jimmy, can you just drop me a Facebook message so I don't forget, and I'll give you details of a... The trouble is, though, they're not around the world. They're only based in Pennsylvania in America. Does it have to be around the world, or can it be 1 or 2 locations? And please let me know why you're contacting them, because I don't think they'll like it if I just give their details out. So Facebook message me with why you're contacting them And does it matter if they're only based in Pennsylvania, America? It is hard work, Eddie. Believe me, I can tell you now, managing workload with the web design, social media, live chats, YouTube videos, life, family, it is one big juggling pot. Really, you lose yourself sometimes. Yep, Soren, get in touch when you can, okay? Get in touch when you can. I am going to say, Erling, with regards to the UK politics at the moment, I am going to say we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see what comes out of their packages. What are they offering? We have to wait and see. Because it's easy for us to say you like them or you don't like them, but you'd have to wait and see. By the way, Jimmy, this website is a directory, which means I could give you the link for the website and you will have a list of people. However, they're only based in Pennsylvania. Photographers, catering, venue, dresses, flowers, blah-de-blah-de-blah. All of that, right? It's a directory with loads of people on their directory. But it is Pennsylvania, right? So, Dave. Oh, Dave, when you say what's the alternative, you better... Do you mean like politics? Oh, do you mean like... so, Andrew, do you mean about web design agencies? Do you mean that? Well, I can't remember now. Do you mean about web design agencies? Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is, though, is that if it's about web design agencies, then one of the problems I have with it is that there are some people that are so desperate for work that they take anything and everything that comes in through the door, and it's trying to get them to kind of hold back and go, don't accept a job unless you know it's worth it. So like right now, even if I knew we have not done a web design for 4 weeks, we haven't done a web design for 4 weeks, let's just say, and someone contacts me and goes, yeah, we want you to design a website, we're going to pay you X, whatever. If I get a feeling that I don't know where I stand about payment, about the spec, about what they want, or the client rubs me up the wrong way or whatever, I don't care and I will back off. And it's kind of getting people into that mindset to know how to fish, but to also spot the snake in the water as well, because you could be really careful and selective, but you could still get burnt by someone you trust. So I agree with you. Yeah, it's about, don't just blame the snake. It is about fishing as well. But I was saying earlier in the live chat today, I've been contacted by so many UK-based agencies. One of them was literally up the road from me. And they were like, oh, yeah, we could work together, blah, 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 blah. And they literally told me their business plan. They were like, we can get loads of people from some countries and we'll only pay them like £100. And I was like, yeah, okay, but, it felt risky. It just felt risky. Very true, Andrew, though. If you fish correctly, the snakes are powerless. Unless you're dangling a big maggot and it just jumps out at you. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, though, I'm going to say that, let me just see what they say, because I think that if I don't want to get into politics, right? Let's not get into politics, but you could take any politician from any party and they're all going to have a bright idea, but it's all about what can work. And then again, will anything work? Because we have so much variation in people's mindsets and abilities and what we do and how we live life. There will never be the one-size-fits-all perfect solution. So I'm just going to say, let us wait and see. Let's just wait and see what they do, if anything. Yeah, I will do, Jimmy. I'll look at that later and I'll get back to you, all right? Yeah, Gary, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like, so some of those agencies, they were basically like saying, so this, not this one up the road, a different one. They were like, they were using the Astra templates. They were honest about that, and they were saying, yeah, we'll just chop and change, and we won't even do it. We'll get someone from Fiverr to do it. We'll pay them like $20 or whatever. They'll then do the changes, and we'll sell it for big bucks. And also, what we'll do is we won't deliver it quick. We'll say it will take a week and a half, so that we can justify the cost. And I was like, and what happens when the website breaks or there's a problem? Oh, we'll just hire another developer or something. And I said, okay, but what if like there's a major problem to it? You know, are you then going to like do the work for free, or how do you charge for that? You know, so it's almost like you got to kind of, it's just something, yeah. Anyway, take care, Andrew. Yeah, cheers for popping along. But yeah, but yeah, something there's a lot of people who contact me via Facebook who, when they tell me what they've gone through, and I say to them, you should have got out at this point. You didn't have a contract. You didn't, they never paid you a deposit. Hey, Peter, you should have got out early. And they don't get out early because they were hoping that they would get paid for a job or something. And then you feel sorry for them. You really, really, really do feel sorry for them. But then it's like, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, absolutely. It's integrity and transparency. And like I said, there is nothing wrong with an agency in any part of the world saying, right, we're going to get designers from Thailand, from Bangladesh, from wherever, okay, which is much lower than if you got someone from the UK to do the work. Maybe, okay? Possibly. But then what they do is they get them to do the work. They don't even pay them sometimes. Or they promise them, yeah, you're going to do X, Y, Z, 10 jobs a month or whatever. And then they just drop them off. Yeah, take care, Soren. Take care. Right, so I forgot what I'm saying now. Yeah, take care, Soren. So, Maxime from Element.how dropped over a tutorial to me last night as well on conditional logic in elemental forms. And he's got quite a bit of JavaScripted code, and I'm going to go through it and see if I can create a tutorial on it. Because it's often a very good question that crops up with how can I get conditional forms, conditional logic, into elemental forms. So I've got to look at his solution and hopefully carve it up into a reasonable video. Hey, Humberto, so that we can get it out there. Forminator is my preferred solution for conditional uncalculated logic on Elementor. Well, not Elementor, on WordPress. And then you can add the shortcode into your Elementor form. But I am going to be looking out for that. So Dave's got a question here with... Dave's question is, what are some red flags for you when weeding out customers? Okay, number one, do your magic. I'm not a magician. I need to kind of know what you want. Because it might sound like they're letting me do whatever I want, but then there'll be loads of revisions. What Mark just said, no, but number 2 would then be, do they know their budget? If I say to them, what is your budget? And they go, oh, well, I don't know. What? If I quote you 20 grand or whatever, you're going to be all right with it? Do they know their budget? Number 3, if I say to them, have you got a logo, content, images? If they've not got a clue, that would scare me a bit as well, because then you're going to go get the images. I don't like that. You change it. You do the logo. Oh, I don't like that. You change it again. How many times are you going to go back and forth? Number 4, do they appreciate that the cost is going to be relative to the time spent? Don't say, I build one-page websites for $500. Okay, one-page website takes you 2 days. $500. Win. Another one-page website took 1 month for $500. Doesn't stack up now, does it? It's the amount of time as well. So if there's delays on getting you content, if there are too many changes, if the content is not ready yet, if they want you to write the content and then they're going to change it, factor in the added cost for that. Do they want rank math? Sorry, not rank math. Do they want SEO? If they go, oh, I don't care about Google, whatever. Oh, I don't care. That kind of then says to me, right, at some point in time, they're going to come back and whinge why they're not on page 1 of Google. If they talk down to you, if they come across to me, well, you're the web designer. You're just a web designer. Yeah, I am just the web designer, but you need me. Right? Are they the sort of person that's going to get onto a bus and go, you're just a bus driver? Are they going to walk into McDonald's, right? And say, I want a cheeseburger. Oh, you're just a shop worker, right? So it's got to be mutual respect. It's got to be a partnership. It cannot be, if I get the feeling that they're going to be like, look, I'll pay you, and then you just do what you got to do, and I'll let you know if there's any changes. Yeah, I'm not fine with that. Okay, so let me just check some of the comments coming in here. Just check the comments. Absolutely, Dave. And this is where, and George will back me up on this, this is where the Atorim solution can work for you. You can build in milestones, so you can make it clear to the client that this job, okay, is a 7-day project, okay, and it starts on this day and ends on this day, okay, because what I find is that if I know I'm working on a project for 7 days, I know the following week I have free to do other stuff. If, however, the project starts and then it goes on longer and longer and longer and longer, you then start to get jumbled up with, like, you're working on 3 or 4 different websites at any one time, and you can lose yourself a bit. And you want to kind of like get it done, close it off, get paid, move on to something else. I once worked on 3 websites at the same time. It was a little bit painful because I was having to jump around a bit. But yeah, if you have clients who are uncertain, who are a bit funny when you say 50% up front and 50% at the end, or they're not committed in terms of timelines. If I say to them, right, if we start on Monday, will you be able to sign off the homepage, give or take a few changes, on Tuesday? So we can then get on with the other website pages, again get sign off and close off on Friday. Can you get that commitment? And if they're like, oh, well, you know, I'm a bit busy, I'll get back to you, I'm going on holiday, it will drag. It will drag. Yeah, Dave, that's a very good idea as well. You know, if milestones don't work, you just go on an agreed payment schedule as well. Something like that as well. As long as you know that, like, maybe you break down the website into chunks. So you go, right, starting off, you pay 50%. After the homepage is signed off, they pay another chunk. And then you have the final bit of the website or something like that. Stasis, I can't say your name. Stasiakov. Stasiakov? Is that right? Elementor Pro, you brought it yesterday. Please tell me what videos you recommend for blog build. Yes, I got a video I did 2 weeks ago. Hold on a minute, I will get you that video. I'll get you that video. It's an updated video as well, by the way. It's 2 weeks old. Here you go. You want Stas. Here you go. You want... Are you kidding me? I just shut it down. Just shut it down. Bear with me. I've just got to get this video for someone. There you go, Stas. Watch that. Okay? Watch that. That is like WordPress, Elementor Pro settings, building the web page, mobile responsiveness, bulkresizePhotos.com, plugins, plugin settings, blog post, single post template, your blog template, your display conditions, everything there, okay? Everything there. Yeah, exactly, Peter. Let them know that we're not starting until they send it in. In fact, I say to clients, do not pay your deposit until you're ready to start. So I am not booking, I am, you know, so if I say you're going to start Monday, you pay me the day before and then we start. All right, we agree a date and then you pay the day before and then we start. Gary's got a no BS 30 days in. Yeah, that's a pretty good way to do it. That's a pretty good way to do it. What I will say though is I think going with Elementor is a very good starting point. And if later on people want to go to something else, then you got bricks and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's your video. That I would say I hope will become the go-to video. Well, from our channel anyway. But definitely use that. Okay, that's gonna help you out big time. Right, how long have we been live? 47 minutes. We're only going to be live for about 13 more minutes. We're going to round off in an hour. Mainly because I have 4 videos still to edit. And I want to close them off before I pick my son up. And then I want to just sort some other stuff out for web design and things like that. And by the way, if those of you that are watching, you're not on board yet with social media marketing, don't forget, you know, if you want a bit more support or to better understand why we do it or how it can help you out, don't forget our mastery modules, websquadron.co.uk. There's loads of stuff on there to help you out, especially the sharing our stash, web proposal, web contract, different types of maintenance packages, the maintenance package contract, WooCommerce questions, loads of stuff there, all right? But if you're currently struggling with social media, get into a habit of posting at least 4 posts a day. In the morning, you turn your machine on. Before you do anything else, obviously check your email, but before you do anything else after email, get your 4 social media posts scheduled in, and away you go. So, Dave, this is a funny one, okay? This is a funny one. Google has a funny thing with finding URLs. Was it that URL existed at a point in time before you stopped indexing it? Before you stopped indexing it, did it exist at a point in time where it was being indexed? Was I meant to do a video, Jason, on that? Finding the right selector? Was I meant to do a video on that? You're going to have to remind me, Jason. Oh, hey, John, are you watching? I think John is probably watching this on replay, I've just realised. John is watching on replay. I've just realised his comments are coming in late. So he's right now watching at the point when I was going through Atarim. Atarim and Atarim. Okay, brand new page, and it's not indexed. You've made sure that page is not indexed, right? Yep, go for it, Andrew. Good luck, all right? Good luck. Take your time watching it. Don't skip anything. Follow the tips and you will be okay. Okay? You'll be fine. Was it my site origin CSS video, though? Was it my site origin? One word, site origin CSS video, Jason? I can't remember. My brain is like a sieve. It's not really, but I'm involved in so many things that sometimes I forget what I'm doing. I really do. Just checking some comments, some emails that have come in. Just checking some comments. Yep, cool. Okay. Okay, Dave. That's a funny one, that is, then. That's a funny one. By the way, Jason, you might want to consider this one, though. In fact, Jason, stay there. Go for this plugin. Have a look at that plugin. In fact, that is better than the Site Origin CSS plugin. And I've even done a video on it. I just haven't released it yet. I think the video for that comes out soon, though. When does it come out? When does it come out? By the way, someone on my depictor slider video reported a problem. I told them contact the developers. They are very responsive. And guess what? The developers of the depictor slider plugin brought out an update that fixed the problem. How good is that? I love it when plugin developers are responsive with good solutions. Microthema, yeah. I actually think Microthema is my preferred CSS inspection writing tool. Take care, Peter. Take care. So I would say, in fact, when is the Microthema video coming out? When's it coming out? Yes, look, I'm not lying. Look, it comes out. Look, I'm not lying. I am not lying. Look, over here. Microthema, it comes out tomorrow. Right? I wasn't lying. I was not lying. So if you want, in 12 hours time, the Microthema Lite video is coming out for CSS inspection and CSS writing that I think you will like, because I actually think it's my preferred plugin now for CSS. A little bit better than Site Origin CSS, because there was a bit of a problem with Site Origin CSS. Take care, Mark. Why have a plugin for CSS? Well, it's let me explain. You can click on any element of your website, move it, rearrange it, change a hover effect, color, whatever, and it writes the CSS code for you. And It basically just helps you. How long is the video? The video is 7 minutes, Eddie. The video is 7 minutes long. 7 minutes. CSS Hero, you have to pay for, though, Eddie, don't you? Take care, Gary. Take care, Mark Newman as well. But yes, you know what's really funny? And John, if you're watching this, okay, this is a little bit hilarious, but I think you're about 20 minutes behind where we are now. So we're literally in a time machine right now. So we are 20 minutes ahead of John. So when John Fairest, when your comments are coming in, you're 20 minutes behind. So John's comments, bless him, are 20 minutes back. Yeah, CSS Hero I like, but you got to pay for it. I then found Site Origin CSS, really good, but there was a bit of a problem with it in how you click, and you might get the wrong code. Microfimer, not microferma or microwave, microfimer is really good. Yep, CSS Scan is good as well. Don't forget to click like, everyone, if you haven't already. I know, Dave. The poor John Ferris, bless him. So what I want... maybe we need to let John know, because he's obviously... he's obviously watching. But then again, if John wants to watch all of it, that's okay as well. Don't forget, that is okay as well. That is fine as well, you know, because otherwise he's going to skip all of our interesting conversations, especially about agencies and scams and ripping people off and all of that. Politics, we had a bit of that going on, you know. But hey, that's just the way it is. Right, I am going to end the live in about 2 minutes. Right, I'm going to end the live in about 2 minutes. Any final burning questions that you want to ask to me or anyone in the chat, really? And don't worry, Eddie, I still need to do the Canva videos. I'm hoping I do those on Friday, and I will release them on maybe on the weekend, depending on how I get with them. Please don't forget to hit like if you haven't already. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, so Jake, I'm planning a video, Jake, on Monday with ACF that I've still got to record. So if you're trying to have like insert custom field in bathrooms, can I get back to you on that one? No, yeah, Jason, I know. Sundays I don't always go live. Sunday's a bit of a funny day. Hey, Fraser, do you have any resort? Yes, we do. We do, Fraser. Just wait a minute, okay? Just don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Can you go to this link, Fraser? Right, stash module. Can you go over there? Get over to that page, website, whatever. Please go there. And you'll basically see what you need to see. All right, you'll see what you need to see. Okay, so just go over there and you'll basically see what you need to see. Yep. Where do I find new clients? Word of mouth. A lot of it is word of mouth. Sometimes we hear about someone or people refer us to other loads of people, which is word of mouth, to be honest. Right, look, everyone, I am going to shoot off now. Yeah, I'll try and jump onto Catherine's as well later on. What kind of weather will it be tomorrow? Probably raining. Probably raining and miserable. Okay, look, everyone, I'm going to say goodbye now, just so I can jump on and do some other stuff. Take it easy, everyone. Stay safe. Look after yourselves, your friends and your family and your pets. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.